Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Braden, Tim, Second Legacy, you're amazing. And oh, do we have to talk about the Democratic castle, which is a crumbling, Tim. It is a crumbling. People are jumping off that ship onto the old independent ship very quickly. There's got to be something. Why does a rat abandon its ship? We don't know. The answer's not out there, but we're going to try to find it. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Sarcasm and humor activated. Let's go, Tim. Manchin out.
Manchin's out?
He's like, I'm out. Well, I mean, he's out. He's one of the guys jumping on the boat.
Oh,
he's
jumping out of the Democrat Party. Okay.
Yeah. He's out the door. He's late for the door. He's I don't know. Insert Bob Seger line here. He is over the Democrats, at least in official title.
I'm surprised it took this long. I mean, it's like what we've said in previous videos. This guy's what we would call a blue dog Democrat back in the day. He was a more moderate, right? Not a far left radical.
The Democrat Party, West Virginia.
Yeah. And the Democrat Party has raced wildly to the left, leaving everybody else standing in their existing positions. And people will say that, oh, well, the Republicans have also gone wildly right. Name one policy the Republicans that support today they didn't support 30 years ago. Just one.
Correct.
Give me one example of this radical movement to the right. Didn't happen. But you cannot argue with the fact that the left has gone wildly off the left side of the spectrum.
No, there's no argument. No, you're 100% correct. They left everybody in the middle, and they said, oh, man, you guys are way over there. That's weird. It's more fun over here. That's exactly what happened. 100%. And this is number 12. Just for reference, Democratic Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia registers as an independent, citing partisan extremism. Oh, my goodness, Tim. It's like you told him what was going to happen.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Partisan extremism.
Partisan extremism. Yeah. It's the worst these days. It is. But I want to say something because it's going to be in the comments. I know it is. A lot of people in the comments are saying, so what? Who cares? He's always going to vote the exact same way. It doesn't matter what you call him, Democrat or independent. I would respectfully disagree with that statement. If you've got people who are consistently leaving the Democrat brand, that means and implies that the Democrat brand is too toxic for moderate middle road voters.
Yep.
Like when you got Kirsten Sinema, when you got Joe Manchin bouncing out, when you've got people leaving the Democrat Party and Tulsi Gabbard in established Democrat positions, that same thing is not happening on the Republican side of the aisle. And I'm not lauding the Republicans as being perfect. What I'm saying is look at what's happening and look at the movement and the motion of people who are consistently towards the middle, and you can see that the Democrat brand is being tarnished for anybody not on the far left.
Yep.
That's why this is so important.
Yeah, you're seeing more and more representatives in the House and the Senate, like Fetterman and others that are coming out and taking a more neutral or centered position versus the far left radicalism that we're seeing from the rest of the Democrat Party in D.C. So it's even for those that haven't switched party affiliation or left the DNC officially, they're bailing on their policies.
They are
more and 100%. More. I mean, you have Democrats out there now demanding Trump be pardoned. I mean,
what is that?
they're like freaking out over how far left they've gone and all the damage they've done, and it is going to, really put a dent in their chances in the 2024 election. And they're starting to wake up to that.
They absolutely are. And even if you say Trump will never win, Biden will never win, forget presidential for a second. The presidential is the most high profile, but everything down ballot, that's really almost as important or more important.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you really genuinely have to look at the entire picture. And if you've got people down ballot like Manchin, like Sinema, like Gabbard, who are leaving the Democrat Party, that means that it is reflecting from the populace and the citizenry upwards. That people are leaving the extremism. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think we put a flag in that part. Let me show you what Joe's doing, though, because Joe sees it. This is number 14, Democratic Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia announced Friday he switched his registration to independent, raising questions about his political plans since the move could help his chances to seek elected office again in the state, which has turned heavily Republican. Now, they're talking about West Virginia, which might as well redraw the map in Trump's face because it is so Trumpy Trump. It is like, I mean, there is no blue. There's not even a blue little bastion in West Virginia. It is like, wow, red. I mean, ruby red doesn't even begin to describe what that is. So,
and in Manchin, he's probably, this is a half measure. This is what, a centrist would do, right? Instead of just saying, I'm going to join the Republican Party, I'm going to join the independent party. I mean, it's a half measure, but it's still telling about what's happening in the state of West Virginia. So,
correct.
And yeah, he is positioning himself for re-election. Of course he is. He's a politician. Why else would he care if he's part of the loony left or not?
Well,
but
it's his only chance. That's the thing. It's his only chance.
Yeah. And honestly, as far as two-way rights go, I'm glad Manchin's been in the Senate because he has been a net positive for our movement. I wouldn't say he's a strong force for pro-2A, but he has been a fly in the ointment to those that are trying to take our gun rights away.
That's correct.
And so
that's correct.
I would love to have a more powerful representative. There's more pro-2A out of West Virginia, but during his tenureship, he has been a problem for them.
He has been a problem for them. Now, hold on. I'm gonna provide the yin to the yang there. He also introduced the Manchin to me legislation, which was also gun control. So he's not pure as a driven snow for 2A, but he's also a pain in their butt.
Yes, because he has blocked many of their gun grabbing efforts. He is that one vote that ended any further discussion in the Senate on the issue.
Well, Senate, Sinema and Manchin. Him and Sinema stopped the change for the filibuster. Those two people.
Yep. And that's where he's benefited us, right? So
yes, that is a very beneficial piece. And he's also pretty much said, stop. This whole thing from the extremist partisan part, he has weaponized that against the Democrats and their efforts for gun control and filibuster reform and all that. Do you remember all the media and how they're saying, well, Joe Manchin's really the president? Remember, all that crap, right? They were pissed at him 2 years ago.
They wanted to protest outside of his house and everything else.
Yeah. They were real pissed. Yep. Well, I think you're dead over the target. The only chance he has of any political future is switching away from the Democrat. Again, reinforcing the point, the Democrat brand is toxic or is becoming more toxic. But I don't think if he runs as an independent in West Virginia, he's going to win. I don't think that's going to save him. I think West Virginia is going to be red. It's going to be red and red some more.
I think he probably miscalculated on that one. Should just join the Republican Party if they would even have him. I don't know how the GOP politics work.
I don't know. That would be interesting. Wouldn't it be funny though? It's like he worked through incrementalism and brand changing. You know how you have to do tiny little changes where people don't notice. He just goes from Democrat to Democrat light to independent right leaning. All of a sudden he's a Republican. It's like magic. Look. Look, guys, I'm here. He pops out of a cake. Oh,
he slips through a loophole.
So amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, not a loophole.
Yep.
Oh, we hate loopholes. You are uncaring.
They're a hole in time and space, folks.
Oh my God, it's like string theory, like we mentioned. Yeah, it's terrible. Anyway. Well, this is number 16. This is what he said in his quest to go to the middle. Today, our national politics are broken, and neither party is willing to compromise to find common ground. Yeah, that sounds about right. Check. Manchin said, to stay true to myself and remain committed to put country before party, I have decided to register as an independent with no party affiliation and continue to fight for America's sensible majority. Now, this is the part is so funny because, again, going back to the politics part, this is number 17, really quickly. Manchin will continue to caucus with Democrats and keep his chairmanship because he likes that chairmanship. According to a person familiar with thinking who was granted anonymity to share his plans, the move helps Democrats preserve their slim 51-49 majority in the Senate. This is such a game. And that's why I wanted to say those two things together. Yeah. I'm not a Democrat. I'm now registered as an independent. Chuck Schumer was caught completely by surprise. He had no idea I was going to do this. We're still going to be caucusing together, and I still have my chairmanship, of which Chuck Schumer appoints. But no one knew. No one knew.
Yeah. No. Again, it's a half measure, and it's him trying to cling to power. But yeah, he probably should have tried the Republican Party thing. But then he would also have to change his politics considerably to even be accepted, and I don't think he's willing to do that.
So, and lose his chairmanship and lose all the goodies and
so this is the politician being a politician here, which just kind of illustrates that Manchin doesn't care about anything other than his own well-being. But
I would agree. But again, don't look at this for what Manchin's doing. Don't look at it from the caucus. Don't look at it from the Democrat votes. Look at what's required, because if they're still caucusing with the Democrats and they're still voting like Democrats and they're still acting and hanging and chilling with Democrats, but they just changed their name, that's not indicative of the voting of that individual. That's indicative of the perception of the Democrat brand.
Right.
If you take nothing away from that, that's what you're talking about.
But the Republicans have their own, like the Mitt Romneys of the world,
Yeah, but he's out too.
He's out. But still, it's these people that claim to be in a particular party, but are like 1 foot out of it, like Manchin's trying to do here. Well,
anyway, that's all I got for the Manchin.
Are we done with him finally?
The Manchinian. Whatever. We'll figure something out.
He's the Manchinian candidate. All right, folks. Let's. That's an old reference. Anyway, so thanks for watching Second Legacy as Manchin continues to flounder. We'll follow and we'll see what he does. Who knows? I mean, maybe the guy's going to become, the next president of the United States and be this wild conservative, kind of like Tulsi Gabbard. We'll see him running around with AR-15s and saying, I was wrong.
All of a sudden.
Or not. Anyway, just kidding. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys soon.